Every year, the inevitable release of Apple's new iPhone, usually sometime in September, is always a big event. Equally as inevitable are the rash of boring reviews stating the same thing over and over. The best iPhone yet, like the old iPhone but better. So on and so on. Since we've never really been Apple's best buds, we've only just received our first new iPhones just like everyone else in the world, so we're going to spend the next week tearing into the iPhone's newest features, from all the big stuff paraded on stage earlier this month to the small tweaks tucked in darker corners. We'll be exploring it all. But first let's look at possibly the most important feature of any smartphone, its lasting first impression: design. The iPhone has never historically had problems grabbing the longing attention of soon-to-be owners, thanks in part to its primarily aluminum design, and like all S-series iPhones before it, it looks much like last year's model, exactly, in fact, minus a millimeter or a gram here and there. Oh, and there's a rose gold option now. I got the rose gold. It's nice. Gold, you know, with a rosy coloration. Other than that, it's still incredibly thin, incredibly slippery, and incredibly well built. There's no visible difference. Whatever wowed you on the outside last year, still applies here. It's a great looking piece of phone. So all attention turns toward the iPhone innards and iOS 9, which comes with a portfolio of newness meant to entice you from whatever pocket computer you're wielding to the new iPhone SIXS. Does it work? A step towards a more useful iPhone. I'm mostly an Android user, but I've always appreciated the high level of spit shine that Apple applies to smartphones, making them easily accessible for everyone. Still, one of my personal problems with the iPhone is the almost complete inability to become a power user, other than jailbreaking the thing. For example, you can't customize your home screen except by just moving tiles around. Widgets, a relatively recent addition to iOS compared to Android, are all relegated to a drop-down menu, and as a whole, the operating system just has limited optimization options where Android has legion. But with the iPhone SIXS equipped with iOS 9, you can see that all changing. It's a partnership between hardware and software that's actually making the iPhone feel like something you can actually optimize in some ways. The two big powerful updates are Siri and 3D Touch. All iPhones from 4s on have the ability to access the all-new iOS 9 Siri. The added proactive feature, which intelligently suggests apps, contacts, news, and all sorts of stuff, is one example of Apple opening up just a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I'd still take a fully integrated Google Now over what Apple is currently selling, but it's at least a step in the right direction.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night.